Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dragons.
Before we go into our game tonight, we do have some quick announcements to get through, beginning with the first of our two sponsors tonight, Hit Point Press. Sam?
I'm a cat.
God.
And I'm picky about everything. Baths or torture. Litter boxes, I'd rather pee on your slipper. Chris Pratt as Garfield? Weird flex, but no. But our friends at Hit Point Press, them I like. Because Hit Point Press is back again with their ongoing early Black Friday sales. I'm a cat. You want to see my butthole?
Yes.
I'll take that as a yes.
Please don't do that.
Now is the perfect chance to prepare for your next adventure in Humblewood. Or travel deep into the islands of Sinauna with the campaign setting inspired by Filipino mythology and culture.
It's awesome.
That's cool.
Whoops, time for a nap. Okay, I'm up. And I'm a cat. Don't forget to equip one of the many items and weapons from the famed Griffin saddlebag before you embark on your journey. Here's an owl they sent us.
Guys, we're finally getting that pussy backstory.
Are you using these papers?
I am.
I'm gonna make it my
No,
bed.
please stop. Okay. Okay.
I hope Bridget's living right now.
Here, can you?
Oh,
there we
wow.
go. Thank you. Yeah, go get it.
I'm a cat, so I have excellent taste. For example, I lick my own genitalia. Also, I love Hit Point Press. Check it all out and use code CritRoll21 right now to receive an additional $5 off your order of $50 or more on in-stock items at hitpointpress.com/CR.
No, don't.
By the way, I left a dead mouse next to the studio toilet. I'm a cat. Cat to you, Matt.
Well, we better have more of that later.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
That was a weird one.
That's gonna haunt all of us. Thank you, Sam. And thank you, Hit Point Press. I'm so sorry. This episode is also sponsored by our friends at Bethesda and ZeniMax Online Studios in the latest chapter release of The Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood. That does not have Sam as a cat. It is available now on all platforms, including Xbox Series X, S, and PS5. Join over the 19 million players in the award-winning RPG. It's winning as well, but it's also warming to your heart. And enter the Gates of Oblivion, the year-long adventure which wraps up with the launch of the ESO Deadlands DLC, out now on PC and consoles. We welcome you to join in all the fun, and please check out everything Elder Scrolls Online at elderscrollsonline.com/buy. Also wanted to thank you all so much for joining us live on Twitch and YouTube. To join in our live and moderated community chat, please head on over to our Twitch channel. And as a reminder, there will be no new episode of Critical Role next week as we celebrate Thanksgiving here in the U.S. We will be back the following Thursday on December 2nd for our next episode. Wow, there's a lot of announcements here. In comic book news...
You want me to do this one?
No, Sam, stop! Shh.
I'm a cat.
You've already done enough! In comic book news, Tales of Exandria, The Bright Queen, issue number 2 is coming soon from our friends at Dark Horse Comics. The 4-part miniseries all features writing by Darcy Van Poltergeest and art by a couple of kooks. It's amazing. I'm so proud of it. Everyone's done such a great job on it. You can pre-order issue number 2 now at your local comic book shop and check out darkhorse.com for the latest update.
Yeah, he said poltergeist.
Sorry. Polgies.
It's like Beetlegeese.
It's the Halloween lingers weeks after. My apologies, Darcy. You're amazing. Liam.
Hey! Boy, I'm going to try not to think about how beautiful Sam looks like as a cat. Kith and Kin, our novel with Penguin Random House, is going to be out on November 30th. Which means this is our last show before our first novel is out in the world.
Oh my God! Pretend that this is it because Leah and I both forgot to bring it.
Both promised to bring it,
And
both
didn't.
forgot.
Kith and Ken tells a story of Vex and Bags. A few years before they.
You didn't bring it?
A few years before they enjoyed Vox Machina.
If you pre-order the book, you can watch a virtual Q&A the day before the book releases with myself, Laura, and author Marikan Nykamp, moderated by our good friend Mika Burton. We're going to talk a bit about how the collaboration worked and about how it was for us to adapt this pre-stream story of the twins.
The Q&A will be available for those who have registered on Monday, November 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific. It will also be available to everyone on our YouTube channel a few weeks after that.
They asked us if we wanted to rehearse this
And we
before,
said
no.
no.
To pre-order your copy of Kith and Kin or register for the Q&A, visit criticalrolebooks.com.
Hey, and this is not related to Kith and Kin. This is just for me and you. If you're considering ordering any gifts for the holidays from our shops, we recommend doing so by next Friday, November 26th, for the best chance of getting them on time. We expect shipping timelines just stretch and get more and more unpredictable.
Whoa, shipping time.
Oh, as the holidays draw closer, so get your orders in now if you want to. That's all I got.
If you want to.
Stuck the landing.
Thank you so much, Laura. Well done.
Wow.
We're doing this for a while, and we just get worse
Yeah.
progressively. It's incredible. Indeed.
Just human.
Well, with that, our announcements come to a close. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Quick Roll. So, welcome back. Last we left off, this group of adventurers had completed their first job under the watch and employ of Lord Estros. However, the individual that they had chased off seemed to return and levied some vengeance on the wandering Sir Bertrand Bell, who was slaughtered in an alley that night. Upon discovering this, you brought the body to Lord Estros, said your goodbyes, and then vowed to find the person responsible and bring them to justice, whatever your version of justice may be. Upon asking around, you decided the best place to search for this individual would be to, you asked around about this individual, discovered the name Duggar. Upon finding what bits of information you could, you heard that there may have been a connection, that this individual, Duggar, worked for the Corsairs, the Hesbet Corsairs, which is one of the criminal factions of the city and region beyond. Upon searching for a member or some sort of connection to the Hesbet Corsairs, it brought you to the Elder's Post and the Lantern Spire of Drusar. There you asked around a bit, encountered Ephred, the Shadowbaker, and asked directly, based on your previous relationship, Ashton, if they could perhaps give you some lead as to where you could speak with one of these members, if you would. Things didn't roll necessarily in your favor, but you were given a lead. This led you to the Root. Where did I put them down over here? The Root Trader alcove here in the Elder Post. Upon giving the phrase, bless you, that you've come for the laughter, you were ushered up through a tight spiral staircase into the deeper rock of the spire by Heron and Icefra. You were led into a darkened chamber of some kind, barely lit by an oil lantern. The hatch closed behind you, and then as other lanterns began to come into view, lighting the interior, you found yourself surrounded by a few dozen people, all lit from underneath, their various smiles and grins and mask-covered faces and eyes peering upon you, as one figure leaned in. This suave half-elf figure who leans forward, switches back from Marquesian to common. So who sent you? Why? Choose your words carefully, as points deducted for falsehood and bad humor will only prolong your eventual pain.
Well, we sent ourselves. We're just looking for anyone who might work for the Hubot Corsairs.
Friends, do you know anybody around here who works for the Hubat Corsairs? I figure it'd be nice enough to at least let them know what this, if anybody knows anything. And everyone kind of...
Is this one of those things where, like, we're here, this is them?
I think this might be them.
All right.
Laughter begins to break out the chamber. Yeah, a few of us have heard of them. Maybe even dabble a bit. So,
Fantastic.
once again, who sent you? And why are you here?
Duggar. Duggar. Pretend I didn't say that first one. Duggar.
It's just her accent.
Duggar.
Kind of looks left and right, and as you guys are discussing, you watch as behind this kind of muscular, sleeveless tunic, kind of leather tunic wearing dwarf woman comes up behind, blades at the ready, just kind of... What are you asking about Duggar for, huh?
Well, he murdered a friend of ours.
The man who originally engaged you puts a finger up kind of towards the dwarven woman. She steps back. Maybe you had a good reason for it, huh?
I didn't think about that.
I mean,
Do the people in here look similar in their creepiness to Duggar, or does it seem like he...
Make a perception check with disadvantage,
Disadvantage.
because it is very low lit in here.
Whoa.
whoa. Did that just happen?
That just happened.
And is that a nat 20 on
What's
top?
under it?
That's a
What's
nat
under
20
it?
on top. That was crazy.
A 13 on the bottom, so
That's
14
wild.
perception.
That was so cool.
That was cool.
14, looking around, the handful of people...
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah. Looking around at the individuals that are close by to pick up some details on them, they do not at first glance appear to be under the same malady that Duggar was when you encountered him. The man leans forward on his knee, kind of places his foot up on this small box, and seems to have just kind of a casual energy towards you. Well, you're looking for Duggar because he married a friend of, or murdered a friend of yours. Sorry, that would be an entirely different circumstance.
That was
My
Duggar.
apologies.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there we go.
As far as we know, they weren't married, you know?
Look, here is the problem. You know one of our hideouts now.
So this is them. We found you. So exciting.
Well, happy to be excited, I guess. And we have a habit of not leaving any loose ends. So, and he kind of just begins to look at all of you intently, like he's looking through you, but also taking in the details, kind of reading you quickly before going. You don't look like the usual sort that would be working with the quorum, and I mean that with as much respect as possible.
We're not.
No.
So you just decided to wander, asking around for the Corsairs blindly in Elder's Post until you were shanked? Is that what I'm to understand?
We've heard that your organization is one of the good ones.
Based on whose perspective?
Someone we work with.
So you do work for somebody.
Loosely.
How about we begin this with the utmost honesty? And for each continued progressive lie, one of you loses a finger.
We may have something for you.
Go on.
How much do you know about what Duggar was up to in town?
We can have this conversation in a moment. Because I'm a little curious to hear what Duggar's been up to myself. But I need assurances. Because even though you may seem on the less likely to go ahead and fuck us over, We have to make sure that we don't have to kill you. So, I need collateral, if you will.
We could just make a promise that we won't tell anyone your whereabouts.
That would help as part of the deal. But you all seem to like each other, yes? Kind of a tight-knit group?
We're just getting to know each other, really. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a bonding. This whole thing has been such a bonding experience.
Some of them are all right.
Some more collateral, then. You. You. And, why the hell not? You. I need each of you to tell me somebody who is important to you and where they live. No harm will come to them unless you sell one of us out. Seems like fair collateral. Just watching our backs, huh?
You want assurances where are ours?
You're the ones who said you think we're the good guys? You have my word. I know it seems a bit fraught given the circumstances, but let's be honest, you walked into the middle of our home, and we have to protect ourselves.
It's understandable.
Make an inside check.
Terrible.
Does Duggar still work for you? This is an important question.
Let's get to the order of the questions first. We have a lot on the table. Here. You tell me this collateral, I'll tell you my name, and then we can have a conversation in earnest. But we have to be careful. We are being hunted by many different people.
Do you think you're the good guys?
Doesn't everybody think they are the good guy of their own story?
Exactly. But what is your opinion?
See, more questions. I want more answers first. My plate is getting full.
Relvin.
Relvin.
Temelt. My father.
They are at?
They live in Jovan.
See, not so hard. You see one person behind kind of like scribbling down a quick piece of parchment.
How much do I have to like this person?
Enough that I find it acceptable.
Fresh cut grass. Lives in the Crook house.
Very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's so nice.
I thought you'd like that.
And you, Blue Boy?
My traveler, everyone who's close to me is right here.
Well, then somebody else has to give up some collateral. About you, spooky girl?
Kind of in the same boat, actually.
This is useless to the point. It's supposed to have collateral of people that aren't here immediately. Things at home, things you care about that are in danger if you end up fucking us over. That's how it usually works.
Well, he can put up me for collateral.
It's the same problem. Oh, wait. Both of you make persuasion checks.
Your dice aren't even out yet.
I know. 22.
She's booting up her tablet device.
Not password.
Summoning druid power.
It is
Open Safari.
What is happening?
Find the right
Persuasion, you
tab.
said?
Yes.
Persuasion, you say?
15 total.
All of that to get +1.
I thought it was going to be, yeah.
The half-elven man kind of like... We'll go with 2. We'll go with 2. Sure. It's plenty enough. My name is Yash Mangal.
Yash
Yash Mangal.
Mangal.
Welcome to one of our many pseudo-safe houses. And if I have to reiterate once again, if anything comes of this in a negative light, your father will likely show up dead, and your friend Fresh Cut Grass will probably end up, Fresh Cut Grass.
That's fair. Oh. Well, I guess it's a mixed blessing then that you...
What isn't really, when you think about it?
Thank you, I suppose.
You're welcome.
Are you the leader?
There is no leader of the Corsairs. We are a collective.
Who makes your decisions? Or how?
We make them collectively. Like a collective. I mean...
You're the chatty one.
Well, because I am... kind of looks around. I am not taking a position of leadership, but I happen to be one of the more well-spoken and egregious members of this particular troop here that you came upon, so it falls to me. You know?
Can I ask a question? Is everybody in a mask, or is it just some of them are in masks?
Just some of them.
Okay.
You get the sense that you walking into the middle of this kill box, they didn't feel too threatened.
We're sorry to have interrupted your meeting that it seems like you had going on at this moment. But my previous question, Duggar, is he really one of yours? Or I hope to hear he's betrayed y'all in some way.
I accept your apology for ruining a very important meeting we were having, which everyone can continue. And you see a few individuals start bringing out all sandwiches and lunches, and they all go back to eating. So, Duggar, who you speak of, he no longer runs with us. But, he was a bit of a prick, to be honest. His heart was in the right place. We had a lot of aligned ideas, and...
What was the nature of his leaving?
Well, he just kind of vanished for a few weeks, about 6 months back. We thought he was taken by the Wilders, maybe arrested, and we sent out a few individuals to make sure that he wasn't ratting out on us. But, and he showed up again. Rejoined, we asked him what was wrong. He said he just needed some time away to take care of something. Well, he just seemed a little different.
Did he look different?
Yeah, he began to, I don't know, looked like he was undergoing some malady of some kind. Sweating more, his skin growing paler, kind of... I was afraid he was just, well, giving into some sort of illness over time, but he also became more aloof. I was wondering maybe it was a newfound addiction, possibly. When he asked questions, he was dodgy about it, and then eventually he resigned.
Oh, you can just resign from this organization?
Well, we keep a very close eye still, so if anything
So you know
shifty
where he
happens.
is?
Well, for the most part, he stays close to his house, yes. And from between there and or to the Weary Way Tavern.
You thought he was taken by who?
The Wilders?
The Wilders.
Wilders?
The Wardens, the guards of
That's
these
right, that's
regions.
right, okay.
He does occasionally travel from his home in Smolderspire, but for the most part he stays either at his home or the Weary Way. We keep watching him for a few more months, and if he's on good behavior, maybe we'll listen.
Been doing with his time lately?
No, don't really care.
Well,
You said he travels from his home. You're just talking about in town, right? Not long trips?
Smolderspire.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's traveling to the Smolderspire, but he lives in the Corspire.
Oh.
To his house.
You're being very forthcoming with the information. We appreciate it a lot.
Well, you all look like you're a bit lost, to be blunt about it. Relatively affable, and well, you've given me collateral, so.
Our limited experience with him, he's not acting like he's one of the good guys.
He also controls all these shade creepers. Like he can summon them. Has he ever been able to do that before?
Duggar controls and summons shade creepers.
But not normal shade creepers. Shade creepers that look like him.
Like red burning eyes.
That burst into flame when they're killed.
Okay. I don't know anything about that, but if Duggar is able to pull that off, I mean, kind of good for him. He didn't really have a lot going for him before that, aside from a quick mind and a fast stab, but...
He's been smuggling Broomstone into the city, so I assume you might know something about that.
Eyes narrow for a second, and you see kind of like a little bit of mental math going on before Yash looks back.
So you didn't know?
I did not aware of any. Broomstone trade is very dangerous. It's very protected, and there are eyes you definitely do not want to draw onto you if you are not going through the proper channels.
Do you think Broomstone could cause someone to have that malady?
It's possible. I mean, it's an ancient recovered substance. And, my limited knowledge of it is just in the use of sky-shape elements, but anything that glows that heavily and is that close to you, I mean, would surprise me if there was some sort of a bad reaction over time, but...
We mean to find him. Is that going to be a problem for you?
No, he's not a part of the Corsairs anymore, and if he's being weird about things, if he can summon shade creepers and killed your friend, then, like, go for it.
Well, he's also, the only thing that we've been able to ascertain about him is that he was with your organization, so I would assume that you wouldn't want any of his sort of ill repute associated with you.
You were not aware of any ill repute until today, so if we're going to be honest about it, you're right. And he knows a lot of things that, if he's going to be on the wrong side of morality and all of this, maybe it's best that he be punished and prevented from spilling any beans. Proverbially.
Is righting wrongs what y'all are all about, or is it specifically directed at sort of the wealthy classes, or like what's your deal? What's your whole deal?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah. 9.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, she just kind of looks at you with this grin and goes, I cannot get over the fact that you have a talking automaton. This is amazing. Well done.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to answer any more of your questions, but I am entertained fully. Thank you.
Well, I just thought you might want to share what your goals were with us, just in case we could help you.
We're good on help for the time being. We have our goals. Do not get in our way.
Well, it's kind of hard to not get in your way if we don't know what you're doing, is what I'm saying. If we knew where to avoid or what you were about, it might help us avoid what you were doing.
And I can't imagine that some sort of unregulated smuggling of large amounts of Broomstone into the city is honestly in anybody's best interests. Especially someone associated with you.
You make a persuasion check, too.
Come on.
Do you also suck at this?
Yeah, because I'm being an asshole about everything. 12.
Oh, went down.
Wow.
Tell you what, I'll put the word out that if anyone gets into a tangle with individuals that match your description, to go easy. But our business is our own. And if you manage to wander into our business again, well, I can't guarantee it's going to be as welcoming.
We'd like to stay friendly with y'all. Truly.
Then, stay friendly.
We are also available for hire, I should also say.
It's true.
Okay, hold on a second. So you are just friends looking to avenge a friend's death, but you're also working for someone.
Yes.
Who are you working for?
We're not.
A person.
Did he told us not
Sort
to
of
tell anyone?
friend that is dead, but
Clearly, if we're working for someone, it would be our obligation not to say their name, but we
he
feel
did
pretty
say
comfortable.
That he's one of the good guys. They're one of the good guys, and
He or she.
He or she.
They. Yep.
and that
we have gotten so much great information from you. We really appreciate your time. Did we figure out where exactly
To
Duggar
go?
was? I mean, I know you said you were done answering questions, but you said he went back and forth from his home to the...
Or to Smolder. Do you have his exact address? Could we find him? Also, one other question outside of that. Do you have any idea where we would find an entrance into the area where the shade creepers live? Specifically ones that smell like, what was it?
Oh, it was charcoal,
Charcoal.
yeah.
So many questions. So many times crossing the line. I want to keep this friendly. I really do. And you can see this kind of wave of frustration beginning to bubble up within, and some of the people in the crowd are eating their food, have kind of set it aside, and they're just kind of watching his manner as kind of a guide of what to do. Duggar's house is on the northern outskirts of Vidundavar. It's a simple home, pale blue wood and mostly stone make. It'll be on the 12th level up, far right side. It looks kind of cold and a bit abandoned compared to the ones around it. It doesn't keep its place very well.
That's great.
Amazing. This is so
More than we could have hoped for.
We're honestly quite fans, just of what you do in your enterprise. So,
From what we know, which is next to
little.
nothing, Lord. No, we don't know hardly anything.
but we're fans of what we do know.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure you guys are great.
She's also super into masks and stuff like that. So this whole ambiance in here is just super
Honestly,
on.
you're nailing it.
Do you have your collateral? This Duggar, he's a loose thread that is going to bring a negative light back to you. We're doing you a favor.
Perhaps. Well then, if the job is done, and a little look into who you are seems to be on the up and up, then friendly we shall remain, and thankful for a loose thread being cut. And if you are indeed looking for work, seem to be a sort interesting for another conversation, maybe?
May I just have a sidebar with my friends, please, for just a moment? Could you earmuffs?
Make a persuasion check.
No. 10. You're so bad at persuasion.
Sure, everyone, earmuffs. And everyone kind of does this.
Level 3.
Okay, so, I remember that after us.
Don't say his name.
Okay, but he wanted us to speak nicely of him to
Yeah,
these
I know.
people. Should we say anything?
That's why I was wondering, because he said he did want to talk to them, right? Because he's also
Oh,
one of
he
the good
did?
guys.
Yes.
But he
also
told us
said
not to
just-
use his name, but then
Yeah.
he said specifically to use his...
Not.
It sounds very much...
Should we just say the man that we work alongside of, not for, is incredible. And that's all you need to know?
he might be interested in it.
Orem is listening to all this swirl of voices and just staring up at the Court of Owls.
Nice
Looking
reference.
down at them.
I got a very bad vibe right off the bat about that he was looking for someone. It felt antagonistic, and now he's being very nice, and he's given us a lot of information.
Yeah, so we should
And I
leave.
want to go. I want to go. But we can say nice things about Estros if you think it's
Don't
best.
say his name out loud. I'm sorry.
What if just before we leave, we just say, is great. And that could mean anything.
Literally,
We're just gonna
Say his
say
name.
there's a dude who's great in the world.
And he's a fan.
Well, I think we're probably going to go.
As you turn around, you can see there's a tall figure next to Yash who's kind of like a light gray cloak and a heavy hood, and leather armor. You can't see their face, and they're leaning in and whispering something into Yash's ear. And Yash kind of listens. I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, we are leaving, I think. Are we leaving?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we do know someone, just a great guy, and he's so great. But
Fantastic. Hi. And not to, inject myself into your story here, but I happen to know a handful of really great people too.
you too.
I do.
Should we just tell him?
No, I don't feel right about it. I have a question. If
we should go.
The figure with the hood puts their hand out onto his shoulder, and he goes like,
No, we should go. We should go.
Maybe it's an important question.
It was just that if in the future we thought we had information that would be valuable to you, is there a way we can get you that information?
you return to here,
And that's all right? We don't want to overstep.
And we don't want to say the laughter line again, because that was clearly wrong.
We can say
No,
that.
I would not say that. Actually.
Oh, okay.
What should we say?
I would say. Let me look up my notes here. Find it here, or did I lose it? It's in my binder.
I'd like to imagine that he's searching through his
He's
binder
like,
right now.
excuse me just a minute. I need to look through all of my stuff.
We change our password like once a week,
Just a
you know,
moment.
for
Don't
safety.
mind.
Wi-Fi code here.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You should get a VPN, honestly.
Just come into the same vicinity of this, the woman who runs downstairs, and say, he kind of thinks for a second, because I can't find the sheet of paper that I'm looking for that has the actual phrase.
Oh, and you're gonna find it later and be all mad.
No, it is a new one. I'm going to find it because I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah,
It's part of my own notes. Thank you for your patience. Actually.
I think we're doing a good
Say
job.
TBD.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
There it was. He thinks to himself, just mention the phrase, you've come to loosen the snare.
We all write it down.
Yeah, we're all writing it down.
And will none of us be able to find it?
I'm going to be a note taker this campaign. I'm
Thank
being a
you so
note-taker.
much for your time. It's been a pleasure getting to know you a little better. And whether you know it or not, you made my day just so much brighter by chance. So thank you.
I love this little metal person here. This is amazing.
He's quite wonderful.
They grow on.
Well, bye-bye.
Yes, please leave. But thank you. A pleasure to meet you all. A lot of good conversation and whiplash. But, well, good luck with Duggar, I guess.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Question: while all this was happening, and he was like getting the whisper, and the guy was like, "Come on, it's time to go." What was everyone else doing? Does it look like they're rallying? Does
Half
it
of
look
them
like
are eating
something's going on?
lunch, it looks like, and the other half are just kind of keeping an eye with a hand on their weapons at the side, kind of being guarded at the ready.
Okay.
They seemed to lose interest when it became more of a conversation than a scuffle.
I guess we'll exit.
Sure. Right as we're getting ready to go, I'll just say, on the way in, I bought this from a baker in town. Would you want it?
I appreciate the offer, but I do not make a habit of eating phantom pastries.
It's real.
The source is dubious. It's been in your pocket. Get out of here.
Orem watches as the whole group exit and go down the stairs, and he's the last one out and just looks at the whole room and follows Imogen.
I was gonna say who it was from, but then I was afraid it would be bad to say the name of the person that sent us.
Yeah, and then he thought it wasn't real.
I don't necessarily know that it's bad to say anyone's name.
I don't know.
Now I'm feeling somewhat guilty for not saying Esdras.
No. It's good that we didn't say it. And don't worry.
He say
here's
to
the thing.
specifically talk him up?
anyone's
I
name.
feel like he did.
He specifically said
Well,
to talk
y'all,
about
don't worry, because we said his name twice, and they know they heard us.
How far away from the door are we?
You guys are
Right
just
there.
stepping down like the first few steps of the spiral staircase that exits.
Should we still have a chance?
just yell it back?
I am going to.
Go for it.
All right.
Hang on.
Silence.
I make a jump to cover the mouth.
You know, we were so
am I
much
doing?
more organized when Bertrand was around.
This is your head.
I feel like we were. Because here's the thing, like, as much of a, showman he was, he was good at talking.
Yes.
He had leadership qualities.
Yeah.
Even though he was a slimy dirtbag, he had a lot of good qualities to him.
He was a great wrangler.
Yes. Well, look, we're probably going to see Yash again, right? This is not the last time that we're going to be here.
We're here in town.
We're here in town. We can always come back.
Yash
We can
for us.
build trust over time. Trust for them. Trust for us. Trust for everyone.
We'll try with a conversation where he doesn't threaten to cut our fingers off first.
Yes, exactly.
Feel things out.
And we have a lead, right? We know where Duggar lives.
Yeah.
And what
Yes.
time? It's
So let's
early,
go
right?
murder him.
Oh, that's okay.
Is it early right now? What time is it?
It's time for murder.
It's always time for murder.
Let's see, you guys.
We got up.
You guys crashed that evening, or you guys, some of you crashed the evening in Esteras's place. The
Yes.
next morning, that's where you guys reconvened. So that's where you returned. But it says, I'm gonna say mid-afternoon.
Great. Murder time.
Should we get like a late lunch before murder?
Yeah, because you don't want to do murder on an empty stomach.
The hatch closes.
That whole time.
They're like, shut up.
Heron's like, all right.
Thank you for your hospitality. Have a shiny day.
What spire is this place? Is
Univar
We're in the
is-
Lantern right now.
That's in
Yeah.
the core spire,
This is
right?
the core
that's
spire?
That's where we live.
That's the neighborhood of where you
Yeah.
both were
That's
staying.
the main.
So that's where we're going.
We're going to talk to some
So
of
he
your
lives.
friends.
He lives in the same neighborhood that we live in. That's kind of scary.
Neighbors.
I know. And where he killed Bertrand.
Right around there.
Right around there.
Well, they say most accidents happen within 50 feet of your home. So
Since we're here, does anybody want to spend some cash on like maybe a couple healing potions, considering that we got our asses kicked last time pretty fucking hard?
That's true. Do they have anything here like that?
You can definitely look around and ask around if you'd like.
Hold on to your coin purses.
you mean like at this place where we are currently, Root Trader Alcove, or like around?
I mean, there's places at the Elder's Post. There are other places throughout the Lantern Spire that you can check around. Like you would know there's a couple of you know the Yoharag Smithy, if you're looking for any sort of like metal and weapon or armory based stuff. There's the Trove of Marwa, which is kind of a general goods gathering
one I
element
don't
there.
know, but I'll take your
Actually,
word for
you can figure that one as you go.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if you know some places, let's stop.
I mean, the smithy is mostly just armor and weapons, but they might at the very. Do I know the Trove of Mara or do I not?
I would say you've heard of it. You may not have been there.
I don't know where it is, but we could ask around.
Is that what you're
Is that
looking
where
for?
they would have?
It's where they would
potions or-
probably have potions or something like that. But we could also ask at the smithy and just see what comes up. So
Let's go to where you think they'll be. The magic-y place.
it's a big shopping district, if I recall from reading up, or is it scattered a bit?
As far as the Elder Post, you mean?
On the lantern,
The Lantern Spire has like a loose market district. It's the initial spire where people that are entering the city by foot are. So there's like kind of an open trade. It's a little hard to find the real good quality stuff in between because a lot of it is either sold for people that are exiting or people that are just passing by. A lot of knickknacks and travel elements there. But if you dig past that, you're sure you can find some good stuff.
Let's ask around and see if we can figure out where the Trove of Mara is. But as I've heard that place is pretty good. I've never been, but
Let's do it.
and preferably I think someone else should ask around because I look like I'm gonna rob somebody. So
I'll walk up to a stall.
actually,
Okay. As you kind of walk, are you in the Elder's Post?
Yes.
Okay. You the first stall that you see at your disposal is a kind of a rugged-looking wooden stall that looks like it's been repaired 7 different times. One of the wheels is almost kind of more there to hold it up as opposed to be pushing it. And you see there's an older woman there with these like small little glasses at the tip of her nose, bright eyes with these bags underneath that have like this kind of white makeup like material underneath that just causes kind of the face to brighten up a bit. Her hair is pulled taut to one side and kind of given this kind of side braid that curls down, and she has this little outfit on, and she kind of sits there and glances over you as you approach.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I see what her cart has on it? What's she selling?
Looking down at the cart, you can see there are manner of small leather folds. It looks like they're like bracelets and belts and other bits of like simple tooled leather materials for just accessories and straps and
these are lovely. Can I pick up just a little leather pouch?
Yep.
How much would this be?
That would be about 5 copper pieces.
5 copper.
Yeah,
All right. Do you make these yourself?
my daughter makes them.
That's wonderful. That's
I'm just the one with the silver tongue.
And what's your name?
My name is Jiraiya.
Nice to meet you, Jiraiya. I will take this leather pouch, and I'll pass over a silver.
Big spender.
Well, I also wanted to ask you some information.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Could you point me in the direction of the trove? What is it called? The Trove of Mara? No. What is that? Really what it
Trove
is?
of
That I
Mara.
actually remembered it? Wow.
Yeah, well done.
You're looking for Marwa.
Maybe.
Okay.
Why?
No reason.
I'm just looking for. I'm just looking for a place to buy, general goods, potions, stuff like that.
Mara could help you.
Okay.
There's plenty of others here in the post that could help as well.
That is an excellent point.
Insight check.
How many people are around us right now?
I mean, there's maybe 4 or 5 that are in a 10, 15-foot vicinity of you that are just kind of walking by or going down the carts. Make an insight check. What are you checking into?
Does she hate this woman? Or whoever
You
Marvo
gotta make
is?
an insight check, and you make a persuasion check.
Wait, what is my? Oh my god. 14.
Whoa.
Clunk.
Persuasion. Whoa.
Oh,
I'm good
whispers.
I'm good at persuasion.
Whispers.
That's right.
Everybody.
Really good.
Our hit point press is they love cats and they
Don't put the mask back on.
I don't have it,
God.
but they sent us an owl,
yourself.
and it was very nice of them. By their
21.
wares.
21. Okay.
I sell other things. If you're looking for things that aren't leather, you're welcome to look around. If you're really looking for something that Marwa has, then so be it.
Do you have any other recommendations outside of Mara?
Well, what are you looking for?
Someone that would give us a good deal on potions, and we might be wandering into a dangerous situation.
I can introduce you to someone.
And this like cute little granny you're quickly seeing has this like kind of dark undertone to her.
Follow me.
And she goes ahead and quickly, like in a rapid succession, closes down her cart, like, locks it, finishes it up.
If we're far enough away from enough people, I would like to just tentatively see what is going on in her mind to make sure she's not trying to set us up for another freaking ambush.
Okay, so you're opening your mind in her direction.
Second location.
Yeah, but I want to like
Second location.
tell the group to like step the fuck away from me. I'm gonna just follow her at a distance, so that I can try to get as isolated as possible.
Okay, it's a little hard here in this busy street,
Right.
but we can do the best you can.
Okay.
All right, so it's not a long jaunt to where she seems to be taking you. So in that brief time, as you're kind of gauging the space around you, you can maybe attempt it within the presence of 4 other people interfering.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
Okay.
New toys.
I succeeded!
Okay. As you're walking, you catch the surface thoughts, which are just
Fucking Marwa taking all the work. It's kind of hard to work when someone's so above board.
And then as you dig deeper, the next thought is, but if I can squeeze a commission out of this and can upsell them all that, then this is going to work great for both me and Advic. All right, all right.
Are you taking us to an actual place of business, or would we be heading to another stall, another
She stops
vendor?
and turns around with a big smile.
There are many folks here that wander the various wilds and beyond and bring back many great secret things, concocting many ambrosias that can stave off defeat and death. One such traveling merchant is an old friend of mine named Advic. And I'd like to introduce the two of you. I'm sure he could be of help.
Have you left everyone in the dust, by the way?
Have I what?
Left the group in the dust?
I'm.
Okay.
Let me just let my compatriots know where we're.
Of course,
headed.
take your time.
And I head back to them for a second. So, Advic, wasn't that the name of one of your friends?
Yeah, friends loose, but yeah.
This lovely woman, Juria, off in the distance a little bit, she's leading us to him. Says that he has a lot of good deals on wares.
Yeah.
Should we do that or should we go to the Trove?
Let's see where this pans out. I will stay in the back just to.
Are you going to get us worse deals or better deals, you think?
Honestly, I don't think it'll matter.
Right. Is this dangerous?
What isn't at this point?
Shopping at the Trove, I would imagine.
You know, let's see where this goes.
All right.
Clearly, we're meant to go, you know. Sometimes you're going to wander into something. We've already wandered into one thing. What are the chances we're going to wander into two terrible things in one day?
Well,
Feels pretty high, honestly.
Bertram
Thank you.
started the day off by dying, so I think we're on a great path.
That's one person having one bad thing. This is a group of people having, and like that didn't happen to us.
Yeah, I'm with Ashton on this, and not just because he told me that I matter to him.
Thank you.
I think in life, it's, no pain, no wane, is what we used to say all the time.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, we knew this guy named Wayne, and he hated to get injured. So we would always just say, no pain, no wane. I guess you had to know him to make it make sense, but...
Think of it this way, we're supporting small business.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
I always prefer to keep things below board, if you can. Fuck. All right, let's
Start
just do this
following
shit.
her again.
As you guys are finishing this conversation, you turn and you can see that she's currently having a conversation with a figure. You can see now before you is this massive presentational cart. You can see, compared to the one that she had, this is probably like 3 carts lined and then locked together with a vast spread. You're familiar with this site as it moves throughout the city at times. A great sign that says Advic's Wandering Curiosities and Collections.
Oh, wow. This is way more than I expected.
Yeah.
And the man you see she's talking to is a human man with looks like long black hair that is oiled back and kind of pulled into a part on the side into a long ponytail that goes to his mid-back. He has a thin pencil mustache that runs just past the edges of the mouth. He's thin with good posture and keeps his hands kind of ready to present. He's wearing a nice little button-over shirt that has a formal look to it with a tattered cloak around it that also looks world-wearied. And as he's talking with this old woman, he looks over at the rest of you. Come, friends, please. I've been told that you are looking for goods from all over.
Are they above us, or...?
They're up here and they're behind it. Tell me what you need. I have many things, please.
I think we're looking for a little survivability.
So, protection, weaponry.
Healing.
I may be able to help. So I was wandering not too long on the outskirts of the Heartmoor and met a nice young man named Amarash. Amarash was an herbalist, and after a night of drinks, he began to regale me with the tales of his family's great technique in brewing the finest of herbal remedies. Over a game of cards, I managed to win from him quite the collection, and I have him here with me. He lays on the top. You can see this small kind of squarish leather case with a flap that he pulls back, and you hear the clinking of glass, and from there you can see there are 4 small vials with a kind of somewhat brackish red liquid inside that shakes a bit as he sets it down. I've been, well, looking for the right home for these, and there have been questions brought about, but it just didn't feel right until you all walked up, and I have to say, maybe it is destiny.
Oh, insight check.
Oh, insight check.
I know. I feel like
Nope.
this is a total scam.
I know.
What are those concoctions?
Well, you said you were looking for things that could keep you alive, that could heal. These are potions of healing.
And they're from the Heartmore Take?
They were created and brought back from the Heartmore.
May I see one? Just hold my hand, maybe.
They don't look like healing potions we've seen before, do they?
They look adjacent.
Healing-esque.
So you rolled you were doing insight check, you said?
I did 16.
16?
I did 6.
Oh, healing potion whispers. So many whispers
From in your
tonight. Hit point press, everybody. And Kith and Kin.
Oh my gosh.
Available now at booksellers everywhere. I wasn't paying attention.
It's such a beautiful
Oh, that's so nice.
So beautiful. Wow.
You got a copy of Kith and Kin?
Make a medicine or arcana check on how you want to inspect this.
I want to look for any discerning marks, like maybe this fell off the back of a truck.
Oh, okay. Then that would be an investigation check.
All right.
Cat.
It's cocked, yeah.
I was good too.
I know.
No, it's very bad. 8.
I mean, the glassware looks fine. It's not like, beautiful elvish glass work, but it's, it's functional.
How much do these run?
Well, these are, as professed by this individual, a family recipe, and the Heartmore is a very lauded location and source for herbal remedies. But, seeing as how you're friends of Ashton, I will give you a discount. 115 gold apiece.
I pop a coin into my mouth. Sounds good to me.
What the hell?
Sorry, just peckish.
All right.
And
All kinds.
having bought a healing potion before, I know how much they cost. How much do normal healing potions
It can depend on where you're sourcing it. Some places it's cheaper, some places it's more expensive. Commonly see them between 50 and 75. But you also have not seen healing potions like these.
Yeah. What kind of healing does it do?
I mean, the healing kind.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I have a cut on my arm, is it going to heal that? Or if I have a broken leg, is it going to heal that?
I take it you have not traveled to the Heartmore.
I have not. Have I?
Make a history check.
Where have I been?
Obviously. 3.
You know nothing about the
I know
Heartmore.
shit.
But I assure you, while these may look a little rough around the edges, the coloration a bit less delicious, they stem from the finest of herbal ingredients, and they'll heal far more than just the scattered bump on the knee and the small cut to the cheek.
May I?
Oh, I give it back to him. I'm sorry.
May I? Just hold it.
What else do you sell around here?
Oh, I sell many things.
Actually, I should probably say, hey, Advic.
Hello, Ashton.
These kids are new in town.
I
and
can tell.
I'm helping them establish some relationships. So I just want to make sure that that's absolutely clear, because these don't seem like the sort of kids that once they find a place they like and trust, I don't think they're going to stray very far. Certainly not into anybody's trove. Do you have anything in the back that's particularly interesting? You know what I mean?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
He knows I'm full of shit. That's the problem. Oh my God! Thank God. 13. For me, that's great.
I've got a few things, friend.
I'm trying to impress some new people.
I understand. Well, Travelers, you say? Goes underneath the cart and kind of rattles around for a second and pulls what looks to be this small pair of kind of reddish maroon stones, about that big, about a little larger than a gold coin, fit in the palm of your hand with some insignia on them. If you are to be quite a distance from each other, these can help bridge that gap for important conversational topics. These are no descending stones. Rare to find, hard to make, but nevertheless, Advik places them before you.
That could have been helpful back at the warehouse.
Yeah, really could have.
Yeah.
How often can you use them?
Once a day.
Still good.
Just
how much?
like say something into one stone and it comes out of the other one? I don't understand.
Kind of traces his finger along the outside. Once a day, you can speak a phrase of up to 25 words, and no matter where they are on this realm or perhaps another, they will receive it and have the opportunity to retort immediately.
I understand.
How much do those cost?
Well, like I said, hard to make, hard to find. But I could part with these for 300 gold pieces.
Pretty cool. Orm grabs him and tosses one to Dorian, and he jogs 50 feet away.
Without paying?
That's right. Hey, I'm just wondering if you can hear anything. Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now? Just testing. Just testing.
It works!
Oh! Did it work?
Did it?
Did it?
Don't you have to
It's a little crackly. It's not the best reception, but it is good.
So,
I don't know anything about magic.
yeah, you just start talking into the stone and nothing happens.
It doesn't work! I was lying!
You have to invoke the enchantment on the stones.
I'm not getting anything!
Me either!
Orem,
I'm so sorry.
I just say in Orem's head, get back here.
Thanks. Do you know how to use this?
no idea.
Cool. Strides back up. Here's your rock.
What do you have to say to invoke it?
You just have to rub your finger along the runic carving on the front and think carefully about the individual and then speak the phrase aloud.
Try it again, but finger the symbol. Go like, and then think about Dorian.
He just silently walks away.
Turns to you, Ash, says, if he doesn't come back, I'm going to take that out of your hide.
That's. If he doesn't come back, I'll take it out of his.
Okay, diddle the sigil.
It begins to glow.
Dorian? Blue boy? Hello?
And does it transmit through the other stone?
It does.
It works!
Fantastic! Oh, there we go.
This is amazing. It's like a low-tech version of what you two do.
Yes.
So is he able to respond back one time, or it's just one-time voice memo?
Dorian's not here right now. Leave him a message and he will call you back.
Did you rub it?
I didn't.
Could you hear?
Shit.
Could you hear?
But you could see it was glowing as you
Oh, you're
received the
fine.
message, and then when you finished speaking
Why
into
did you
it, the
clap
glow
in his
faded.
face so much while he was
Because, we need to
talking?
test it if we're in a loud environment.
Oh, I understand.
You know, does it pick up everything? Is it like a very directional, or is it omnidirectional?
I'm tapping it. I'm tapping it.
I wonder if he can hear the taps.
You cannot hear anything now.
Nothing.
Did you get the message that hurt?
No, I didn't feel it.
I can take it you're satisfied.
Yeah, it seems like it works. We might need some practice with it.
Wow, I'm sorry. I thought you were full of shit. Okay.
None taken, most do, until they realize the splendor they're in the presence of. So, 300 gold?
Anybody want that?
Let's see, we might be.
Potions?
4 potions.
4 potions at 115 each.
I did want to do a check on it. Can I just check the medicine in it? Like do a medicine
You can
check?
do a medicine or arcana check.
I'm gonna do a medicine check, and I'm just gonna just stick my finger in and put a little bit on my gums.
Sure.
See if it's good.
Healing potions work differently in the Feywild, guys. It's,
Pure uncut healing.
Gingivitis.
oh, God.
15.
15. Based on the texture, the scent, the strange kind of fuzziness that meets your gums as you place them on, you get the sense that they do appear to be legitimate healing concoctions. And just by the faint bit that you did utilize to be able to sense that means that they have a potency on par with what you were expecting.
Your canker sore closes up.
This is very good stuff. I think these are worth. I think we should get them all.
Do you do like wholesale prices, bulk purchase?
Well, if you're making many purchases, there are arrangements that can be made. How much are you buying?
If we bought all 4 of those potions, would you be able to knock the price down a bit on each?
Make a persuasion check.
13?
13. I could knock 25 gold off the final price.
Of each one or a total?
Total, my scary friend.
Advic, didn't you say you won these in a card game? This is no overhead lost for you.
No, but I also have business to maintain it, and I understand the goods I carry are worth what they're worth.
Maybe you could get more business if you knock a little bit more off.
No.
What if we also got the send-in stones?
That kind of money.
Sounds good to me.
Say the lot for 650.
That's a pretty good price for everything.
That's a very good price.
Yep.
I'll kick in.
Split
I'll kick in.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have anything.
Oh, right, because he has all your money. Ashton?
I'll kick in.
All right, great.
I got 100. I can push at that.
Great. And is that of your money or FCG's money?
That's our money.
All the money together?
Yeah.
I'll
give 100.
Wow. Yeah, we would love to buy everything.
Well then, splendid to make your acquaintances. Which, by the way, let's make some acquaintances. As he goes ahead and closes up the leather satchel, pushes it forward, and you all can mark off your corresponding split of 600 gold.
All right,
There's
how much
100
did
gold for each.
everybody give? You gave 100, 100.
Everyone puts in 100.
You
That's
put- I'll
six.
put in
100.
Other than FCG.
100,
I
100.
never have to worry about this shit.
Okay.
You're gonna want magic shit at some point. You'll have to buy it for
Well,
An absolute pleasure doing business with you. Thank you so much. And you are, by the way.
Oh, we
are
are
grateful and thankful for your business.
No. Names.
Hi, I'm Fresh Cut Grass.
All right.
Dorian Storm.
Ladna.
Is that a last name?
Ladna.
Okay.
Ladna.
No, just Ladna. It's not like a Mario Bros thing.
Ladna, just Ladna.
Oh, I'm Fern Calloway.
Calloway.
Oh, your last name.
What a nice last name.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Imogen.
And what was your last name?
Temmel.
I thought you wrote down everything, FCG. That's my last name.
Didn't get it. Just Orem.
And you would all consider yourselves friends of Ashton?
Getting there, yeah.
Recent friends, yeah.
I'm not sure.
They haven't known me long enough to have come to an assessment.
The best of
just-
friends, I would say.
Proud that you found friends.
Well, let's give it time. Thank you for taking care of them. And you know how to put the word out if you get anything interesting. You know where I am.
Very well. Thank you all so much for coming. And don't forget, Advic is always your humble servant. Now move along. I have more people to sell to.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We leave. question.
All right, I got him.
You said that you did not get along with that fellow, but he was delightful and wonderful in every way.
And gave us a discount because of you.
What happened? What's the story, Dish?
Can everybody also give 4 more gold? I think that does the math right.
Sure.
No. That's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And Orem said he just thinks 6, 3, 15, 25. 1.
I gotta figure it out. It's like 10 more gold each person, maybe like 9 more gold each person. Hold on.
What kind of potions are they?
They are potions of healing.
Hey!
Healing?
Puts me at
8
10
gold. Everybody gives 8 additional gold.
11 gold I have.
I've lived in this town a long time. I do a lot of work in this town. I do a lot of favors. I piss a lot of people off. Sometimes it's a little difficult to remember what the last interaction was with somebody and whether or not something I did for or to somebody else has affected that relationship. So, clearly, there are a few things that have not gotten back to Advik yet, and that's a positive for now. So
you're friends for now?
Sure. Friends is a complicated word. I try to avoid it. It implies a layer of trust that is not necessarily healthy. I mean, take, for example, our employer. Clearly, everyone has made a few judgments about this person. I feel like it's a little too early to be speaking of the character of somebody that we just fucking met that is just fucking some guy with enough money to hire a bunch of fucking people to do some weird fucking shit and then fill their house with a bunch of death objects. It just still rubs me the wrong way. I'm not there yet. I'm just saying.
I don't disagree.
Fair.
Yeah.
How many potions did we get?
4. Yeah, so I'm holding them up. Who all's gonna take one?
Well,
who gets the most damaged?
I can heal, so probably shouldn't be me.
I can heal.
Laudna, you're fragile.
Okay. Ow! Thank you.
Watch your fingers.
Sorry.
You are a wet Kleenex. Please hold on to
I
that.
can hold one to give out to others.
Sure. That's a good idea.
You're
real.
Now you know it's real.
Okay, so you two had one, Fern, Aura.
I'm able to heal as well, so maybe it'd be better to.
There you are. And Aura, you're always up in the fray.
I'm all right.
No, I think you should take one.
Plus, you're very nimble. If you need to get to one of us.
That's true.
That is true.
That's fair.
I have an above board question. How much of my inventory is carryover from Game 0 from the summer? All of it, or?
None of it.
We get it, Robbie. You were in EXC when I wasn't. Okay.
I got CG.
Robbie's like, I have 10 healing potions in my inventory.
The truth, I have 3. So I would like to give them. That's why I spent all my money on.
I would say in the time that's happened since you've used 2 of them, so you would have 1 left.
What about you, Fern? How many do you have in your?
I don't have any. I think I just threw them away.
Taking a
I don't need these.
But to that point, there's your
Yeah. Well, actually, I have 1 more to give to the cause, and since I can heal, someone else who can't should take it.
Why don't you take one?
I already have one in my bag.
Are you sure you don't want to keep it?
Yeah, keep it.
Are you sure?
Keep it, Dorian. Yeah.
Are you saying that because you think I need it?
No, I'm saying it because it's good to have them spread out amongst everyone.
And you definitely need it.
Now you're both ganging up. It feels like you're doubling up on.
At the moment, yeah.
You hear in your head.
I will keep it.
Calm down, Dorian. It's fine.
Just want to make sure.
You're fine.
Thank you. Why am I so contented? It worked, goddammit. Didn't have to roll.
All right, we should head to the core spire.
Oh, and who's taking the sending
That I have an opinion about because everyone in this group can talk using their brains. So that I feel like I should hang on to.
Sure.
Yeah. And then either Fern or Ash here.
Wait, we can all talk using our brains? What do you mean?
I mean, technically, everyone can talk using their brain. I think that's the core function of it. But
You can. You hear in your head. You can talk all you want.
Only with a little help. I don't know why I tried to do a ventriloquist act there, but I
You
did.
can talk to you, Fern, in your head.
I'm
all you
saying
want.
a bunch of shit.
I'm hearing it all.
Okay. All right. Yes, sending stones. Who do we give the
Orem and
God.
you.
Fern.
That way, if we get split up, you two will be on separate teams.
But I don't know if I want to be without Orem.
Oh, all right.
Ashton?
Ashton?
Sure.
Dorian
got
had the
it?
other one.
Oh, I have it.
You had the other one.
Mime throwing it to me.
Hurry up and mime, Robbie. God.
I didn't know. I didn't even know I had it.
I lost it, you guys.
And I swallow it.
It's gone. It's gone.
I can give it back to you in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Now, it has been used for the day.
Yeah, so it's
So
useless today.
Yes.
Useless today, but tomorrow it should be good to go.
What's it called, just so I can add?
Sending
stone.
Sending stone, thank you.
We had one of a pair in the last campaign.
Oh, yeah. We never found the
I
other
almost talked into it so many times.
You should've.
It was never the right moment. Something was always happening. Something was always going wrong.
Should we go find Duggar?
That's
Duger.
Is it Duggar?
No, it's-
Now you got me in my head.
I say we scope out the place, take a look, maybe.
18 shade creepers and counting.
I think Duggar has like 18 brothers and sisters.
Oh no.
Just a little bit of reality TV.
All right. Yeah, let's head to the windowed
Yeah.
windowed wall. To the I always forget. The
Oh, to Duggars? To
the
Duggars? So you go to the
Dune
Dune
de
Bar.
Dune de Bar, the window
The Dune
wall.
de Bar.
All right.
Find a window in the shower.
Pale Blue House, 12th level.
And we are living on the first level or the second level?
You guys are kind of in the lower section of this whole neighborhood kind of climbs up into dozens of stories up into the edge of the spire wall. You were about like the third or fourth, I want to say. This is a little further ways up into like kind of the northeastern side of what you were given instruction for, but you still have to find it in the colorful patchwork neighborhood that is the windowed wall.
This place is pretty crowded.
But who is helming that since?
I feel like we should, right?
neighborhood,
Since
yeah.
we live around here.
Like
You're doing all right. I know it's been so much here lately.
I'll assist.
It's all right. Yeah, the sleep helped.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Magna.
And all that stuff with having to give your dad up for collateral. But it's.
Yeah, that.
We'll talk. We'll put a pin in that. All right.
All right, if you can make a perception check with advantage, since Ashton is helping you.
Thank you. Oh, thank God. 19.
19. A short time into looking across the knotted expanse of this neighborhood, you pick out a few possible buildings that kind of match the description that you were given. Upon going and inspecting a handful of them, and there are like, some of it is just like vertical buildings, and there's like a shelf with a street, and then a few more buildings, and another shelf street, and it's just this really wonderful, like climbing, I want to say like a multi-tiered cake of a neighborhood that continues up on the side of the spire. And about 4 of those streets upward, you see off to the far right before a spire break hits, where you see a cluster of buildings, one at the base near the edge of where that spire break is, that has that same kind of dull gray stone exterior, and kind of looks like the other ones, but not as lively.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by spire break?
Sorry, there is a portion of spire stone that has not been built into, that just kind of breaks up the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So it's just like houses and houses and houses, and then stone,
Naturals.
and then houses.
And it was like a powdered blue.
That's it.
A blue house.
That's the one. As I kind of like duck down and point everybody.
What's our play here?
I have no idea.
Should we send someone in to just sort of see if Duggar's home?
Well, I mean, Bertrand faced him alone, and
just as a spy out, like a look-see is what I'm.
I think just take a look around the perimeter first, see what buildings are next door, what the best way to get into it when it's time.
Most
maybe
of the houses around here, you can't get in any way but the front. They're built into the rock.
Oh. So there's no way he could sneak out through the back if
Unless
There's
the shade creepers.
Drop thing.
There's a hole in our house that they got in through, so I'm sure a lot of the houses here might have the same situation.
there's got to be a way to get water into them. There's got to be a way to. A lot of them probably have access to sewers.
It's a pretty safe assumption we would find a hole in the back of his place.
Well, then, I mean, we should at least just go take a peek-see just to see if he's home, and then we can decide whether to storm in or wait till he comes out.
He does seem to probably be the type to do his skullduggery in the evening.
Are we in a purely residential area, or are there eateries and shops or anything else here?
This portion of the majority of the windowed wall is residential.
Okay.
There are some people that convert their front kind of porch areas into kind of makeshift eateries. They kind of cook at home for the neighborhood and stuff. But most formal businesses are further to the right and left of the windowed wall and hit the kind of main streets. Oh, God.
Are we?
Emmy, when are you?
Is this the same spire that we saw the big 1,200 foot drop? So are we
No.
that's the other spire. One of the other spires.
The Weary Way Tavern.
That's the lantern. It's a different
Yeah.
spire.
That's the lantern.
This is the Spire by Fire is in this.
Correct.
This one.
That's right. Okay.
This neighborhood's got a lot of waterfalls that kind of it's very
really beautiful.
pretty. It's a very pretty neighborhood. Yeah.
Are we hidden?
You guys are just kind of up the street, like a few houses, just kind of looking over a bit. It's still broad daylight right now. It's like late afternoon. You're probably about an hour out of before sunset hits, and it's not very bustling. You know, it's just higher up in the neighborhood. Fewer people traverse the small paths and the kind of staircases and ladders that lead to the upper areas. So it's not like it's a very busy space.
This one home surrounded by other homes is plain to see.
You've seen a few that were like it, but this one just kind of deeply matches the description that you've seen before.
Right. Sorry. Question is, if you're in front of this place, like it's not around a corner, it's not in an alley, it's
just a house.
out
It's
for
just a house out in
anyone
the open,
in the
yeah.
neighborhood to see. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see houses immediately to the right and left of it as well, too.
And how big is it? Like, I guess, does it look like a guy lives there, or is it like a larger home?
Is it like a 4-bedroom?
Yeah.
Right.
Why does your
I wanna
book
know how
always
big it
sound
is.
like that?
3.5.
It is. It is a single-story building.
Yeah.
It looks to be about, from what you can see, just 20 feet from side to side. So not massive by any means, but not a tiny hovel either. It looks like it's a small home for a person that was making a moderate living.
Well, let's talk it out. We still got sunlight, right? So if we try to go in now, we could be easily spotted. We could also walk in on him. That means we're tangling, probably. We could wait for the sun to go down. Then we can wait, see if he comes in or goes out.
If he
If
goes
he-
out, can wait inside. Do the ambush thing.
What I was thinking, and we could have some time to root around as well.
I could probably make a little disturbance right now. See if it lures him out.
Like knock on the door or something?
You're
But
very disturbing. How disturbing are we talking?
knocking on the door, but I won't be there. From a distance.
That's good. Yeah, maybe let's all just kind of hide and do that.
All right.
Oh, what if we go up to the level above? People never look up. What if we go to the level above and we can look down on the house?
I like that.
Oh, good idea. So there's a 13th tier, right?
There is, and you can see like where the row of houses are, and they're relatively in line. Though some of them are more recessed, some of them are further out. This house is a little further out, and then there is the rough spire rock right above it that leads up into the next lip-like street that has the next bit of buildings above it.
I do think it's interesting that his house is right next to this big outcropping of stone.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Tunnels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
We'll go up.
Let's do it.
And then knock, see if he comes.
Just as we walk by the house, I'm just gonna try and see if we can see anybody inside or if there's we're just gonna glance as we're walking.
We're
by.
walking. We're not walking
we're not
past
walking
his
by.
house.
Okay,
No.
we're
We're going
okay.
above his
All right.
house and then
Okay. Are you going to the level above it or into the rock right above it?
the level above.
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Can we still see from that?
Yeah, we're trying to get a good vantage point, but
From that vantage point, you can see the roof and kind of where it meets the rock, but you cannot the lip of the roof cuts off where the door would be.
Oh.
Well then.
Because you're up above and further back, so you're kind of looking at it from behind,
Right.
and the front door is now covered by the roof.
All right, back down we go.
Can we send one of us down below
sure.
to see what they see?
Oh, sure. I could go down. I can talk to any of y'all.
Yeah. And do we want to wait until it's a little darker? That way, if there's no answer and we want to go in, we can.
But if he does answer, I want to know it's him.
Also, if there's no answer now, we can go in.
It's true.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
there's nothing saying that he isn't in there and just doesn't answer the door.
So we should know that sooner than later, no?
I just don't want to be spotted by local authorities.
Oh. Oh, that's right.
But she's just talking about knocking on the door from far away, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Hair's a bit bratty.
I think it's very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Sure, I'll stay on the same level as the house if y'all want to go up, if that's what's happening, and then I'll just let you know if something goes on.
All right. I'll hang with you.
Okay, good. I was gonna say maybe somebody stay with you just in case.
Oh, sure.
Anyone should be alone after Bertrand.
And then you're gonna cast some sort of magical spell? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so are you staying with level with them, or are you going up above?
I'll stay up the level because I think I should be able to reach from here.
What are you trying to do?
Prestidigitation, knock on the door noise.
Okay, what's the range on that one?
10 feet.
You have to be much closer.
Oh,
be down
I also have the ability to do that. I thought you were using like thaumaturgy or something. I can do prestidigitation. All right. Okay, I can do that.
Okay. All right, so you're staying up with everybody else?
Yes.
The rest of you take a little bit to go up the stairs and ladders to get to the 13th level of the wall.
What would I do?
The two of you stay down below, and kind of glancing not far from the front, as you can see the building kind of, it pushes out a little bit towards the kind of alley-like road that wraps around the lip, and there is a small house to the left, a small house to the right. There is a door. The window appears to be closed. There's a single window to the right of the front door. What would you like to do?
Boy, if we're doing this, why is everybody up on the other floor now? Oh well. How close do you have to be?
10 feet. So maybe we just hang out on the side of the house and.
How about you do your thing and we just start walking fast?
Oh, yeah. I used to do this back in town before. Yeah. So I'll get 10 feet away,
So you'll just be walking past the front door and kind of like,
do the knock, and then both we just take off running.
Hey, can you do that while
go,
jogging?
you hear the kind of the knocking emerge from the exterior of the door, and you both kind of hurry your way along.
Duck behind it.
Duck behind, yeah.
Yeah, you about maybe 30 feet past, 35 feet past.
12 years old.
Yeah, closer to 40 or so. You can see where the edge of the core of the spire break is, and you can kind of hide behind there as you kind of glance back. Make a perception check, each of you.
And you guys are all watching
Yeah,
it
can
happen
we
too.
see any movement in the house?
If you guys are all above,
Yeah.
you can see the roof of the house. You cannot see the front door because it is on the other side of the lip of the roof. But if anybody were to exit, or something like that, or any sort of other exit pattern, like through the roof, then you would see.
Can we see them in their hidey spot?
From where you're standing, no. They've gone out of your field of view.
19.
18. Nice.
Nice.
Don't you. No.
Beat that back.
I actually quite enjoy it.
I do
too as well, actually.
I'm taking them down. I'm going to single-handedly destroy their company. You know what you did, Werther.
Oh God.
You both comfortably affix your eyes onto the front door and window of this abode, and As a minute or two pass by, there does not appear to be any sort of reaction. Nothing shifts, nothing moves, nothing opens, nothing.
Alna hears in her ear, in her head, nothing.
You hear nothing.
No, you know what you hear.
Nothing.
So either Duggar's not home or not coming to the door. So should we wait?
Should we just try to barge in?
Should we go on the roof, see if we can sneak down the old
now that we
chimney?
knocked, he knows somebody's outside and we lost our surprise.
Yes. Yes.
Is that
we
what we
should
just
chill
did?
out for a while until the sun goes down.
Do you think
And if we're gonna mess with the door, go in when no one can. At least the authorities here don't see us, let alone Duggar. No?
In your head, you hear, Orem thinks we should wait until it gets dark because the authorities could get us.
Orem's afraid of the authorities.
That speaks volumes to his just sort of
His character.
general character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
I wonder if he had
I keep
parents
forgetting.
that were too strong with him, or not
maybe
strong
he had
enough.
Parents that were authorities.
I think he's just concerned for our well-being.
I always forget about guards. That like they exist.
Their
You know?
existence?
I do.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird. It's a weird thing.
Weird.
I wonder if.
You have the opposite issue that Orem has, sort of. Anyway, go on.
I wonder if Imogen would be able to hear him from inside. You know, see if she could hear
Oh,
thoughts
like
in
sense
there.
his thoughts. Yeah.
Is that a thing that she does?
She might be.
I can do that a little bit as well.
You can communicate with me if you want to try to get me to sit.
Cool idea.
That's
I'm into that.
Whisper to her in her head and tell her to do that.
I can. Imogen.
Yeah?
Just wondering if you can sense good old Duga.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I can totally try that.
All right. She's going to try.
Orem, seriously, stay here. Don't come near me, just for a second, all right?
You want me to get further back?
You're about 30 feet away. It's fine.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just creep on over to the outside of the house and
Okay.
try good old open mind again.
You got it. You go ahead and close your eyes and focus on the idea of an entity within, is it 30 feet? 60 feet? Or 30 feet. Concentrate and nothing of your extended consciousness finds purchase. What you do catch, as you're now closer to the home and kind of wandering past, there's an old, kind of a musty smell that just seems to permeate this abode. Something akin to like mildew or old wet leather that was discarded. It's not a pleasant smell. And it's faint, but it's definitive.
Does it smell sweet or does it smell like old, like vegetables that have rotten?
Closer to the latter.
Back away. You hear in your head, there's something nasty going on in that house.
Ooh.
Smells
Nasty
like-
how?
It smells like rot.
Oh. No Duggar?
Not from what I could sense.
No Duggar, apparently, but she said it has a horrible stench, like a rat.
Literal stench or like a mystical psychic stench?
You know, I think. Do you mean like a literal stench or like a. Or like ooh, there's something rotten and wild mouse type of stench.
That's a really interesting question.
Never gonna get old.
Fucking dick.
But no, I mean a literal rotten smell. It smells like mildew or something.
Okay, she means literally.
Oh, smells,
like
it
not like.
smells.
Maybe we should all just go down there and talk. So we'll catch up with them sneakily.
I would like you all who are joining them to make a stealth check, please.
Yeah.
Oh wait, disadvantage here. Oh, pretty good.
Natural 20?
What?
14.
Dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20 plus.
2.
22?
19.
19.
All right. You feel pretty confident that you were not making any sort of overt sign to look at me as you were traversing the path back down to the 12th level.
All right. So what's the play? Are we waiting until dusk and then just to see if he comes back? Are we breaking in now while he's not there?
It seemed like nobody was within 30 feet of the door when I went over there.
The whole place.
I personally, I vote for going in now because it's going to be less to deal with in there. It's daylight, which means if it's really creepy, undead, shadowy bullshit, it'll have less shadowy bullshit around it that's just shadowy bullshit.
Y'all have my back?
How often are they flying overhead?
Looking about, you can see immediately, just within your visual range, probably about 8 or so that are scattered across the skyline. Some are like distant dots. You can just see the Simurgh Riders making their way around. There's 2 that are currently looking past the neighborhood, just kind of keeping watch cursorily, but hundreds of feet away.
Is there patrol? Like, are they doing swoops over?
Go ahead and roll a general intelligence check for me.
Right. 10 total.
10. You haven't been keeping tabs on the pattern of them overhead enough to really suss out any sort of pattern. So right now it just seems a bit random.
And did we decide who's good at breaking in?
If someone can check for traps, I might be able to open it up.
I could turn into something.
Ooh.
Oh, right.
Like a.
How do we check
Like
for
a what?
traps? I'll check for traps.
Okay, you go. You can roll an investigation or perception check for this one.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not good at this.
I was about to say, does anybody...
I said I was doing it. 10.
Oh, guidance. Oh, too
Oh.
late.
Too late.
Too late.
Don't see any signs of a trap.
Well, it looks like a normal door to me.
I jiggy the handle.
It is locked.
Okay. Can I get a little...
Push on the window.
Get a little...
It does not push open.
Get a little luck?
Want something?
In fact,
Yeah.
it's solid. Like you see, it's 2 wooden shutters that open up from the inside out. But you go and kind of like find, and there isn't much to really pull on other than the bottom lip of it. And you kind of try and give it a tug, and they're solidly locked.
Did you, how many? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna give Ashton guidance, but unless you're going in as a gerbil or something.
Are you gonna try to? Is there a space under the door?
There's a space on- yeah, that's what I
There's a
was-
very
is it-
small gap, maybe about half an inch
I
wide.
could go in it. Well, rats, they can get really small.
That's true.
They can get as thin as a quarter.
Really?
So I've heard.
That's amazing.
That feels really thin.
Is there something about octopus?
Oh yeah, you can be an octopus. They're also good at unlocking things.
Would that make sense if he saw me, if he was alive? He'd be like, "What are you doing in here?"
I didn't think about that before.
What's happening?
Fern.
Yeah.
Like
rat or octopus?
What about
it's a toss-up?
a worm? Or
Barnacles.
a spider? Or something
I can be a
very
spider,
small?
but she needs to be able to unlock from the inside.
You turn back into
Sometimes
need to be
doors
able to-
have.
Well, I could be
books and
a
things.
cat. I could be where did the list go?
If you have proficiency, how does proficiency affect the roll again? It's been so long.
To which one?
Lock picking.
If you have proficiency,
I do.
you do. Then you just add your proficiency bonus to a dexterity check.
You don't get stupid though.
Actually, do I
You
have
keep your
smart, you
intelligence.
You'll be under your proficiencies if you have it.
Armor, weapons, tools.
Be under tools.
Yeah. Okay. Thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools. Then yeah.
Just add my proficiency. Add my
Correct.
add my initiative. my proficiency bonus. Okay.
Proficiency bonus, dex bonus, and then a guidance roll.
So it's sleight of hand. It's sleight of hand, right?
doing it.
No, just dexterity
just
checks.
dex. Okay.
He's doing it while you're
I'm
discussing
gonna
what an
turn into
octopus
a
can
rat.
do.
Okay.
She's turning into a rat, Ashton. Hold on.
But I'm waiting.
Wait.
No,
Wait.
no. I'm holding off.
Okay. Go on, Fern. Oh, are
Let's
you
see this
regretting your
quarter
decision
trick.
now? Can you go under the door?
Make
Did you
yourself
say
as thin as a quarter and go on in.
Mr. Buck is dying.
It is a very, very, very tight space. I need you to go ahead and roll an acrobatics check with disadvantage using the physical dexterity of a rat.
Fernie the poo. Fernie the poo.
Oh no.
Does the door open in or out?
It looks like it opens inward.
Okay, well that's good.
It's built to code.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
7. You push
I
into
try to
the
put my
space.
back legs out to do splits and
Now-
try to like pull with my front legs.
Totally, and that, like your tiny little rat arms go underneath. The skull doesn't collapse past a certain point. Unfortunately, it does get wedged, and so you get to a certain point where your little rat head gets in, and it's just there now. This is your life. This is just how it goes.
I'm going to.
Okay, pick that lock.
Get her out first. Get her out first.
Can we turn her little head? Can I help?
the door. When
I'm
they
just
open the
like,
door,
yeah, I'm trying to,
it'll
like,
be
turn
fine.
her
You're
head.
trying to push her through.
You know, I'm like trying to turn her head so she's not stuck. You know?
I'm going to if the door unlocks, I'm going to lift the door as I very slowly open.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Oh, no.
While you go ahead and make
And I know
a,
she's helping, so I'm trying to get flat.
Yeah, you're helping.
plus a d4.
13.
Okay. 13. You're with the lockpicks for a bit, working on it, and when you feel like it hits the tumbler, and you're like, "Yes, you got it." And then you pull, and it's caught in there.
We got 2 things stuck in there now.
However,
Dick in the keyhole.
you managed to get it free, but the lock remains locked. Okay. What did you roll for a dexterity check? 11.
7.
7.
Can I see anything at least?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Yes. You can see there within the space here, the little bit of gap that you have, that there is what looks to be furniture. I'm in a bit disarray. There's like you can see the bottom parts of a table that's flipped over. There's like a bench on the ground. That's about as much as you can make out from this perspective.
A bench.
But you are still stuck.
Vern, do you need a slack pull you out?
Another run.
You're gonna try again?
I'm going to try again, but hit
All
me
right,
again.
I will guide you once again. Ashton, you got this. Do
It's a
this.
higher DC on it now.
Just
I know.
wiggle your tail if you want me to pull you
Orm's got
out.
eyes on the sky,
And lay
he's trying to
really
see
still if
any
you want to
roll
stay
perception
there.
He's taking notice.
Are you wiggling your tail?
Yeah, I'm wiggling.
Okay, then I'm gonna try
Much
to pull
better.
her out. You want me to pull you out? I'm gonna try to pull her out.
Okay.
22.
Ooh, that is better.
That is much better. You do manage to pull her free at this
Okay,
point.
good,
If you do so,
that's
so
great.
you pull it out just as you see
Also 22.
a Simurgh rider kind of beginning to grow larger
Pass
and
without a
larger.
trace.
The light from the sun and the sky above just kind of leaving this dark, shadowy outline of the flying crimson bird.
Let's everybody in. In.
Open the door, pass without a trace.
And we all go in the
Everyone
house.
roll a stealth check.
Go, go, go.
Yep.
Go, go.
Anyone who's next to me.
Oh no!
That's 10, right?
Plus 10.
Oh no.
10.
You good?
So
Is that
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Roll plus 10.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
pass with a trace. So
Oh, is that what that is? Oh,
Yeah.
then
20.
22.
I rub a little grease on my wheel and I get a 24.
18.
All right.
25.
27.
31.
Okay. You come in and you close the door behind you, and you hear outside. You hear in Marquesian. Where'd they go, boy? You hear.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to make it sound like a rock is tumbling down the hillside in that gap next to the house.
Okay. Do you need visual on that?
Go to this spell. Go to this spell.
And it's only a 10-foot
range.
distance.
Yes.
But if I'm near the wall on the outside,
Maybe. Okay.
I don't know.
If you kind of lean over, if you rush off to that opposite wall, you have dark vision?
Yes.
You do. So you don't go careening into all the toppled furniture.
No.
As you move through the room, the first thing that catches you is as you're stepping through, you can see overturned tables and chairs that are kind of lying on the ground. It looks like the place has either been rolled for cash, or a fight took place, or somebody just got really angry and fucked it up. Nothing's necessarily broken per se, just kind of tossed about. And the floor is also sticky in places. As you go rushing past, your foot almost like sticks in a part. You have to pull yourself free, and you rush off into what looks to be a small kitchen-esque alcove on the inside that would be on the side of the wall that meets one of the other buildings in the side. And there you can go ahead and cast it, and you hear the outside. And the dog kind of goes off for a bit. You all kind of stay frozen still.
And the window lets no light in, right?
Correct.
It's all covered up.
Yeah, for those of you who do not have dark vision, you have no light in here. It is pitch black, and you're just kind of like quietly holding your breath as you hear these sounds outside.
Here we go again.
After a short period, you hear Marquesian again. Well, we'll keep an eye. I just don't trust it. Come on. Hit!
Who else speaks Marquesian at this table? You do. Okay.
I'm gonna crawl down Imogen's shoulder and start looking around the house.
Laudna hears in her head, is it safe for me to turn on some light?
I think so. I couldn't understand what he said.
He was looking for us, but I'm more concerned about what's in here.
Oh, it appears to be quite the sight, so be careful. But yeah, we need light.
Get the as my dancing lights come into effect, but they flicker like electricity.
Kind of giving that flickering energy throughout the room. You all, by the way, that strange mildew smell that you caught outside of the house, now that you've let the adrenaline begin to run free, you begin to take in your other senses. And with that, the very strong, pungent smell of... It's almost like decaying vegetation meets old fungus. It is this weird organic smell that's musty and unnatural. As the lights begin to flicker around too, you can see there's an odd oily residue on everything. You can see an overturned table with long benches that are on the ground. You can see an open door to the back side that leads into another chamber. You can see in the kitchen area, a lot of where you are, there are shelves where some things have fallen off to the side, and it looks like part of a meal has kind of just been scattered on the ground. But everything has this kind of faint, kind of shimmering, oily residue on it that kind of shines as the energy balls kind of glide around the room to give light to it.
Can we see what color the residue is?
It looks like it's clear. It is translucent, but it has kind of a cloudiness to it.
So everything's covered in goop? Coconut oil?
Kinda, yeah.
My
house. Pretty fucking gross.
I'll go examine some of the goop.
Okay.
See if I can get a read on it.
Make a. What are you trying to ask? What kind of a read on it?
Just what is it? I guess if I would recognize the substance.
Make a nature check if you'd like.
Nature check. Ugh. That's terrible. Well, I said I was going to do it, and it's a 9.
You're unable to really ascertain the nature or source of this, but it definitely has kind of a slippery viscousness to it. The smell is strong. And you can see on the elements of the wall, there's like almost striations and some edges that it's condensed thicker and has almost like a dark gray material to it.
Like it was dripping down, or like it was splattered out?
Like it was dripping down. Like you know how minerals that drip down a stone cavern wall over time will build up? This is almost like elements of it have congealed to form like a bit of a segment of the wall that has a thicker substance to it.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
Looking up at the ceiling, you don't see anything in particular other than just this odd kind of humidity to the room that you begin to also take notice of.
And all the furniture is overturned. You said like the place has been rolled. What about...
In fact, let me go ahead and make this adjustment here. Oh. Since we're in a darker space properly. The moisture in the room occasionally kind of drops around you. And looking up at the ceiling, you can see the general kind of just cracks in the plaster and stone, but occasionally these little strands of some sort of like organic threads that have kind of drifting a few inches down from these cracks Almost like, once again, this humid material is just kind of gathered and slowly begun to build off of itself.
Going off of what Oram was saying, does it look like this place was rolled, or like
Any sense of violence?
Or like he is building his creepy nest?
You both can make investigation checks if you'd like.
And someone should look around for.
Yeah, that's.
His
I was gonna,
dead body, or
well, I was gonna look around the perimeter of the room and look for holes on the walls.
Okay, in the main entry room area?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception or investigation as well. What'd you get?
9.
9.
Just a 12.
12? Looking at where things have been placed here, it looks like there was some sort of a chaotic, forceful reason to everything here being scattered, but there aren't signs of like a battle or fight. There's no blood. There's no nothing has been smashed with, fists or scarred with weaponry. So you're not sure if you're not sure of anything beyond the fact that it wasn't a hyper violent, bloody struggle or anything. But that's as best as you can suss out.
Are we leaving footprints on the ground? Like, is there settled goop or dust? Are we leaving?
Yes and yes. Well, there isn't a strong layer of dust necessarily, though there is a little bit of odd motes in the air. There are patches of this similar liquid, but it's supposed to be as viscous. It is sticky. Laudna caught one, and as you kind of step over, your foot takes a minute to kind of like rip up a bit from it.
Are there any pathways that we haven't walked where somebody else has been?
There is the open door that leads into a further back chamber.
But I mean, are there some footprints going in that direction?
Make a perception or investigation check, your choice. And you are rolling for holes.
I rolled a perception check for holes along the wall, and I rolled 8. Shit. But once my foot got caught in one of the sticky things, I'm gonna send one of my lights down to where it stays in front of my feet so I can try to avoid those kind of.
And that kind of helps you suss out where some of these patches are. And it isn't the entire ground, but just in certain areas it looks like there are some leftover kind of congealed puddles that have marked the floor around
Maybe
you.
that can help out, Ashton, since you're looking at the ground, if there's a light source on that area or something.
Okay, and you are?
I used perception to find, and I rolled a 9.
9. In this room here, where you guys are, you don't see any sort of immediate signs of holes in the wall or anything like that.
I'll go to the next room, I guess, and
follow.
Imogen, can you send one of your balls in here?
Of course.
Okay.
I took off that direction too.
Okay,
I'll send,
so fresh
I'll
cut grass
have them follow
and
us.
Still a rat?
Fern are
cool. And once there's some light in here, I'll do the same thing, sort of just scan around the perimeter to see if there's any holes or false doors or anything.
You push past the already ajar door, and you can see immediately to the left there is a large cabinet that is tipped at an angle. It doesn't appear to be destroyed necessarily, but it looks like it was pushed over and kind of hit the wall, and the cabinet doors are open towards the floor, and the contents have spilled out into the ground beneath. And just glancing over, you can see that same kind of oily residue is collected over it. To the right, you can see there's a bed that's kind of angled odd in the corner. Tossed elements of clothing and other personal effects that are just kind of across the ground, and also this thin layer of oil. What do you want to do?
And just sort of scan for any imperfections in the wall or secret entrances or. Ooh, 22.
22. On the center of the wall, the back, and this room is closest, like the deepest in towards the rock, like built into the spire. You can see the base wooden board itself is splintered and pushed away a little bit, and just kind of glancing off to one side. And you kind of move past, your wheel gets stuck in one of those little bits of patches of sticky substance. You glance to where the wood is splintered a bit, and you can see there's darkness behind it.
Oh, I'll go and just sort of see how big this hole is.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Pull it back a little bit, and you can see it's roughly the same size as the one that you saw in the Weary Way. It's about 1.5 feet wide to about 1 foot tall, and seems to travel into the rock for a few feet. Do you have dark vision?
I don't. I'm just relying on her. I'm relying on Laura's
Yeah,
balls.
I'll send it in front of him so he can see what.
Okay,
he's
so are
doing.
you kind of getting to the doorway of the room as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in order to shift it, you have to be able to have visual range. So you're kind of standing in the doorway there, avoiding the sticky
Yeah.
substance there, sending the sphere over to look inside. And from as far as the cast light in a 10-foot radius per orb, is it?
Let me see. 10-foot radius, yes.
So to where you can see the orb just sends 10 feet in, you can see the tunnel continues to where the light vanishes with a slight downward curvature before it goes into darkness.
I will cast Speak with Animals. Hey, do you want to go in there and go down in the hole and see what you can see?
Yeah. I just start taking off.
Okay, so you're going to head further down. You move out of the range of the light, but you have dark vision as a
I've
rat.
never done this before. I'm gonna try to talk into Fern's head.
Okay.
You can ask me rat language, and I'll translate back to you.
Oh right. I'll squeak to you, and but if I speak to Fern, will her thoughts come back as Fern?
Only one way to find out.
All right, I'm gonna try to speak to her as she's going down. Can you think to me?
You hear her clearly in your head, as your mind is your own, even though you're in a rat form.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I can hear you. All right, well, we can talk for 3 minutes if you see anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna go really, really slow.
Okay. Skittering past the edge of the light, 15, 20 feet, and you can see it's curving at a downward angle. And at about 25, 30 or so feet, the decline starts to get uncomfortable. You start noticing that gravity might begin taking over.
Okay, so it's taking a bit of a drop. Now I can just, go for it.
Wasn't the last drop like 1,200 feet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe let's not.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around.
Okay.
Roll a perception check.
Minor detail while she rolls. Orem is at the door between the two rooms, and I'm watching the front door.
Okay.
15.
Oh.
15.
Okay.
A faint sound catches your ear.
But it's good. It's good.
Oh, wait. I think I have keen something or other. Oh, it's keen smell, so I have advantage on perception checks.
That involve on smell.
That's right.
A keen smell
You got it.
catches your ear.
But isn't hearing smelling with your ears, man?
More or less.
That's how rats work.
Exactly, totally. Critical role, teaching you historical nature. Big science buffs here. We are pretty bad at it. This faint sound begins to catch your rat ears in the darkened tunnel. This weird kind of liquid squeezing sound, and it's getting louder.
Sound? I don't like that.
I'm gonna turn around and make my way out.
Okay,
Make my way out.
you go ahead and
There's a weird squishy sound. And I think
you begin to
it's-
hear it too. And
It's coming up. So prepare yourselves or try to slam the hole shut once I come out.
Okay. Something's coming.
what's your speed as a rat?
20 feet.
Okay.
Something's coming. False light.
I would double speed that, by the way.
Yeah, I'll double speed it.
Mage armor.
Okay, you cast mage armor. You're looking towards the doorway between
I'm in
the
the
two.
door.
Imogen?
Yeah, I'm in the door frame to both rooms, looking at the front door in case
Okay,
anyone
then
came
Imogen
behind
would
us.
be within the door of that chamber.
Yeah, I would be in the room.
Right. With fresh cut grass right there at the edge. What are you three doing?
Cast false life, and I'm going to back far away but stay in visual range, if I can.
Of the door frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and find an empty corner of the room and just brace myself to charge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put back to any of the windows to cover the second entrance.
Okay, got it.
Are we getting ready for a fight? Is that what's happening here?
Something sounds
We're
gross.
hearing wet farts come up that hole.
I will use it. If we're prepping, I will I will cast Sympathetic Binding and bind myself to, let's say, Orem and Imogen.
You said there was like a plank. Is there anything over the wall that I could patch it with?
Rock hard.
From what you're seeing right now, it looks like the wood has been pulled away, and there's the hole behind it. So you'd have to like press it against it to do so. But you just casted False Life on yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
So this is happening too fast, is what you're saying.
As you cast False Life on yourself, you all begin to hear in that back room that sound. It gets louder and louder. And just as you all get yourself ready, you watch the plank push past. And coming out from this hole, you see this pale dwarven face squeeze out. Just this odd, glistening liquid across his face, the eyes pulled back. As it squeezes out, you can see the shoulders like broken back as it cracks into the sides. We're gonna go to break.
Did I make it out?
You just made it out as it emerged.
That's probably for the best.
The little rat was riding and going like, whoa!
Just right in his face.
Yeah. like that you had just enough movement to keep just above it.
Ew, that's disgusting.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
X-Men movie.
that was partially the inspiration for this, actually.
yeah.
So we'll pick up on that here shortly. We'll see you in a little bit.
I love it.